fasting tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
I like your costume.
Thank you very
What
much.
are you wearing?
We got it.
You need to answer this question. You don't have to shy away from it. Today I want that answer.
Have I ever asked you who you are wearing?
Are you wearing? You were not bothered to ask.
So
the day that you decide to ask me,
today who are you?
I'm asking you who are you.
Please, I don't speak about who I'm wearing. I'm wearing my money. I bought it, so it's my money. So I'm wearing my money.
Absolutely.
That's all.
As simple as that.
It's as simple as ABC.
If you want Dedei to mention who she's wearing, come and give her. What do you call it?
Nothing giddy.
Nothing giddy. Now yesterday the president was at was in Parliament, and as part of his constitutional mandate, he's supposed to address the nation, let us know the state of the nation ever since he took over the helms of affairs as the president from the NPP administration and all of that. 7 January to yesterday was 27th of February, so a little over a month. The president has to address the state, and he's been speaking about a number of things, and one area that his address is also touched on was on the field of justice delivery, and then judicial service, or the judiciary to some extension.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you note that there has been this perception about the judiciary that it has been politically, it has been much more political, because cases of such nature, when it goes to the courts, you are likely to predict the outcome and all of that. Trust in the judiciary is all-time low, and he makes the point that his administration is liaising, will collaborate with the Judicial Council, with the services, to be able to restore that particular perception that has riddled the service, by way of making sure that justice delivery is not politicized. Justice delivery is administered to the people as the way it has to be. So he is making the point that yes, he will liaise with the power stakeholders in the sector to be able to enhance or erase that negative perception about the judiciary and all of that. So let's hear from President John Dramani Mahama on what his plans for the judiciary or the judicial service would be.
As soon as the 2025 budget is approved, government will immediately take steps to reform the existing anti-corruption agencies by increasing funding and improving transparency and accountability. Mr. Speaker, Ghanaians voted largely and overwhelmingly and endorsed the NDC because we demonstrated a strong commitment and abhorrence for corruption. We pledge to fight corruption and implement far-reaching reforms that will eventually achieve a sustainable zero-tolerance policy against corruption. Mr. Speaker, the justice and legal sectors play pivotal roles in ensuring accountability and fostering the fair, equitable treatment of all our citizens by the state and its agencies. Delays and uncertainties have plagued justice delivery in Ghana, leading many Ghanaians to perceive a politicization of the judicial process. The public trust in the judiciary's independence is alarmingly low. We must work together to restore confidence in the judiciary. My government will uphold the judiciary's independence and work with the Judicial Council and services to depoliticize justice delivery and collaborate closely with the Chief Justice to combat corruption effectively.
Yes, so the president there, he said his administration will also collaborate closely with the Chief Justice to combat corruption and all of that. So that's one of the things that took place yesterday at the when the President John Dramani Mahama went to Parliament to address the nation on his first State of the Nation address there. So the judiciary, there's something to work there. So that's one of the things that took place. And yesterday, there was this case about Absa Bank where a young man and together with one another, they were arrested, arraigned, and in fact, after full trial, the court has held that one of them, Emmanuel Sechiefriye, 25 at the time that he was arrested, a former contract staff at Absa, was found guilty for stealing over 1.2 million Ghana cedis when he was employed over there. He managed to tamper with customers' visa cards, managed to tamper with his own colleagues, their user IDs and password, created a system where he was transferring customers' funds into some person's account where he will be able to use it for his personal gain. The matter was reported to the police. At some point in time, he was given police inquiry bail. In fact, when he was employed, they gave him some rules to play, and those rules that he was supposed to play by way of his job description was to the effect that he is supposed to ensure that he will be assisting customers with loan processing. He will also be ensuring T-bill processing, debt card processing, and also dormant account activation and all of that. But he took advantage of that and then tampered with the system. He was arrested, charged, including stealing. Yesterday, Justice Rubiaite found him guilty, and then he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. So that's one of the things that took place yesterday.
10 years with hard labor.
Hard labor, of course. But the second accused person, Cecil Ejakwa, he was acquitted and discharged. And let's hear from him moments when the court acquitted and discharged him. His reaction.
Charlie, God do bro, I put it in the chat, bro. Charlie, you're very good now. Alhamdulillah, very good. Charlie, send the fast in my way, fast or
Okay, so he's been acquitted and discharged, and you can see the expressions on his face. I heard you mention on the phone, Afa. What is it, Nafa?
Papa, I pick it and one. I pick it.
A day like this, how does that make you feel?
You said what?
A day like this, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I can't explain it. Like, I feel so happy. I'm so happy. I don't even know what to do myself right now.
When we are coming from home to the court today, what was going through your mind?
For that one, I was just being optimistic. I was just expecting the best, Yeah. I was told I was involved in a fraudulent act, but meanwhile, I didn't do anything. So now God has answered my prayers. That's it.
Congratulations, man.
Yes, soon I'm not here.
Okay, so that is Cecil Ejakwa. He had his freedom yesterday and he couldn't help the situation, but to express his emotion, and he was thankful to God. So you could see him say Afa, Apeki. Who composed that song? Apeki.
It's Paluta.
Okay, so Paluta, yesterday your song was at play.
These days, when someone gets an appointment, they say Apeki. Yeah, so
it was one of the things that happened there. But for Emmanuel Sechiefriye, 10 years in lawful custody and all that. So this case was prosecuted by Chief State Attorney Stella Ohene Apia and all of that. And there have been seen murder case, for those who remember, Richard Apia. Yesterday he was expected to be in court for the court to supervise. In fact, new jury selection. Yesterday, investigators or the prosecution, Nana Madinkra, senior state attorney, indicated to the court that due to the sonar personnel or vehicle that was supposed to have been used to or convey the accused person to court, was used for other activities. So they are apologizing to the court. So yesterday, the accused person was not brought to court, and the case had been adjourned. So yesterday, sonar, a lot of police had to deploy a lot of personnel and all of that. So it was understandable. The court did not have any issue with that particular information that was given to the court and all of that. So those were the things that happened. Then coming up today, we expect the defamation suit that was initiated by the former National Security Minister, Abe Kandapa, against Oliver Barker-Vormawor. Lawyers of Oliver Barker-Vormawor are expected to subject him to further cross-examination because he's already told his story, and then they are scrutinizing him in all of that. What is interesting is that Oliver is a lawyer, is now nominated or has been nominated
Deputy Attorney General designate.
So we'll be in court and we'll know who his legal representation will be. So these are some of the things that we should look forward to.
All right. Thank you very much, Mutala Inusa, our legal affairs correspondent, bringing us the details with regard to what happened in court yesterday and what to expect today as well. Shortly, we'll start off with our weekly review segment. One of our guests is seated, so we'll start with him. So we'll go for a break. When we return, we'll have that conversation. It's the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM.
Let's have breakfast on the Morning Star.